सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hello, good morning, my friends. We are at step 9, which states we make direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. All right. You know, I always use, from all the programs that I've worked, I've always used the 12 and 12 of AA. That's just sort of my flavor of it because it's really direct and it really emphasizes cleaning our side of the street without harming others. Well, first of all, let's get into the point of what the reason that we're doing step 9. We've named in step 4 all of our resentments, our part in it, what happened, the patterns, and we can definitely safely put that on our 8th step list because most of the people that are on our 4th step list will probably be showing up on our 8th step list because we've made that list of all persons we had harmed. And now we're becoming willing to make amends to them all. And now we are at step 9, where we say we made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. I think that the very first sentence in the 12 and 12 of Alcoholics Anonymous is good judgment, a careful sense of timing, courage, and prudence. These are the qualities we shall need when we take step 9. Good judgment, a careful sense of timing, courage, and prudence. That's really what we need. And a lot of faith. I'm going to add that, people. Faith. So step 9 is it can be a very sensitive topic because of the except when to do so would injure them or others. There are situations that need partial amends. We don't need to go into big detail about certain things. Perhaps if you've, stolen from your company, or if you cheated on your spouse, or you've done something that, would cost you either your job or your marriage. There are partial amends one can make. And that is very, very important to discuss with another recovering person who've done their 9th step and has a strong program and has that good sense of judgment and careful sense of timing, courage and prudence, and faith, to discuss that with them, how you can proceed in those matters. There are other matters like if you're an addict and you've stolen medication from your dying relative, and they're already deceased or they've left their bodies, you can take, the street cost of whatever the drugs cost and donate it to whatever disease they died from. That's something that you can do. Some of those amends that you don't feel is possible to make because they're not in your life anymore, you can't find them or they've left their body. It does definitely take a lot of consideration. A lot of us have also just made direct amends as soon as we entered a program. We've apologized to people and we feel like we've done it, okay, you're in recovery. I have to tell you though, that just entering recovery and doing a program is a direct amends in a lot of ways, especially if you have family, if you have kids, or if you have a partner. And by doing that, you're healing yourself, which is healing the people around you. So it's really important, because what we've done in the fourth and fifth step is that all of the things that we felt has happened to us, we've released them, and we've set it in front of God, ourselves, and another human being. The guilt that a lot of us carry and the things that we've done in the past need to be written down, and we need to make restitution for those. We need to make amends so that we can forget all the pain and the shame and the blame, pain, shame, and blame, it all rhymes, and try to move on with life, and not make those mistakes again. It doesn't mean we go say, oh, I'm sorry for what I did. It is real living amends. What does that mean? If we stole it, we pay back. If we've hurt somebody with using drugs and stealing their money, we don't do it again, and we pay back every single penny that we owe. There are so many. I mean, if we're codependent and we've put the responsibility of our expectations of what that other person should do for us, and we've made their lives miserable, we change our behavior and we apologize and we don't repeat it. If we're adult children and we've held our children responsible for the damages our parents gave us, passed to us, and we've passed that on to our children, how important is it that by doing the steps, we're making amends and we're healing? The buck stops here. Once we have that knowledge, the buck stops here. We don't need to be giving that to our family anymore. Living amends means living the program. Living amends means not saying sorry, acting sorry, doing things to make amends. So it's so important. We should not delay. That's what it says in AA. And also, we should be ready to take full consequences of their past acts. And that's the spirit of step 9, which means some amends will not be reciprocated. For some of us, we've done some serious damage. And some of us, maybe we've done some serious damage to people who are seriously damaged, and they can't accept our apologies or our amends. We can't always expect, now we're clean and sober, now we're, not practicing our codependency, and we're trying to stop the patterns of our, dysfunctional behaviors. And so why can't you just be happy for me? No, it doesn't work like that. Other people also have resentments. Other people are also, and that is not our business. Our business is to clean our side of the street, and this is a part of it. As scary as it may be, as difficult or challenging as it might be, we do this because it is for our benefit and for everyone around us, and especially for Krishna. It is a purification process. We don't need guilt and shame to carry in that bag that we're carrying, schlepping with us for our whole lives. We don't need that. Let it go, bro, sis, peeps. Just let it go. It takes a lot of bravery too. There's a lot of shame there. Sometimes we have to face people and things that we've done, which is seriously embarrassing and seriously messed up. All right, my friends, I'm so sorry I got interrupted because the doorbell rang, in case you didn't hear that in the background. And I don't remember where I left off. I had to answer the door. Healing the family, healing ourselves, and letting God heal us, letting ourselves get cleansed and purified. And this is part of the process, and it's a very important part. Most of the time in my personal experience with the ninth step is that I was very much reciprocated. There was one I wasn't, and it was very, very hard. The most important thing I think also is making sure we're ready to get that rejection, that it's not going to lead us to relapse. It's not going to lead us to using again or saying, you see, I am a piece of crap and I don't deserve forgiveness, and. But know this, if that happens, you're doing your part. You can't make people forgive. Sometimes we've done harm to people and they just can't find it at the time. They can't find it in their hearts to forgive you. Know this, they want to. Everybody wants to forgive on a deep level because it is torture holding on to that kind of resentment. And know that just because we're happy, joyous, and free at the moment because we're working our steps and we've got, good, some great God energy going and we're going there, and not everybody is in that space, just as we weren't in that space for so long. So carefully, gently, knowingly, consciously, that's how we approach it. We have to put this we have to really absolutely, when we made that list, we have to show that list to a sponsor or a spiritual advisor. And we have to let Krishna in and ask for guidance. Some things are very clear. We become really clear about the people that was just a very simple amends. And we have to also know there is no general answer for all of this. It says in step 9 in the 12 and 12, it says, where is that? Hold on. It says here, of course, there is no pat answer which can fit all such dilemmas, but all of them do require a complete willingness to make amends as fast and as far as may be possible in any given set of conditions. Above all, we should try to be absolutely sure that we are not delaying because we are afraid. For the readiness to take full consequence of our past acts and to take responsibility for the well-being of others at the same time is the very spirit of step 9. I don't think I can add anything to that, my friends. I think that was the perfect summary. And with that, I wish you an amazing 8th and 9th step. And stay tuned for next week for the 10th step. We have some really incredible things going on soon, and things are shifting for the Bhakti Recovery Group. I just wanted to share some stuff with you. We've got some really great courses being brewed up at the moment, and we are really moving forward with the Bhakti Recovery Group, trying to make space for every single person who's willing to walk in that space. So keep yourself informed. Please join our meetings if you feel called to do a 12-step with a Krishna conscious lens, or Krishna consciousness with a 12-step lens, or however you want to define that. Or if you're just curious for both, you go to www.bhaktirecoverygroup.com, click on the meetings, and you will get a Zoom link directly. It costs nothing to join any of our Zoom meetings, which happen daily, sometimes twice daily. We really welcome you into our community, which has been around for 5 years, going strong and steady. And we're really trying to step it up to create the most supporting safe space for everyone. If you feel called to donate through service, please look at our service opportunities online on our Bhakti Recovery Group website. If you feel called to do service, if you have no time and you want to donate some money, please feel free to do so. We can use every single cent that we get. in creating these spaces for everyone else. Every cent is reinvested. We are a nonprofit. It is reinvested into the Bhakti Recovery Group as a whole. And what else can I say? Thank you for tuning in again. I love you guys. I really hope, my prayer for you and for everyone and for myself included is that we walk through these steps together as a community through Krishna conscious lens, that we can really understand that the work is so important, because when we do the work for ourselves, we do the work for the world. We clean the hearts of ourselves, which will in turn clean the hearts of the world. Because if we have if the whole world starts cleaning their hearts, we have a beautiful, clean-hearted world. Wouldn't that be amazing? We have to start with ourselves. All right. Have a great day. Ciao for now. Hare Krishna. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.